What's going on, Doe fam? Back with another video. So this video is going to be a base chain starter pack update. So first of all, when it comes to Bitcoin, Bitcoin's looking so good right now. And when it comes to that, I want to just give you a quick brief and just something on the charts that I've noticed. And we'll have to evaluate and I'll relay what's going on in the next few weeks. But it's looking like, at least for the log chart on Bitcoin, we're actually starting a 5-wave ascension parabolic curve. So obviously, parabolic curves, you can do that traditional parabolic way where it just goes up like that. But a more accurate way of tracing parabolic curves is a 4-line setup. As you guys can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for Bitcoin, it's looking like it's just started its third wave. And when it comes to that, generally, it does the same gains as the previous leg up, but in half the time. So when it comes to that, like, it's looking like Bitcoin might actually just start its massive leg up to the upside very soon. If not pretty much now, it's starting the beginnings of it. And in 60 days, we could actually be at that 150K region, like I said, pretty much the past few months. So when it comes to that, Bitcoin is looking very explosive right now. And I really wanted to make this video for you guys for base chain starter pack because, to be honest, like, time is running out, and I like give you guys updates of coins that I have been looking at and have been accumulating, because these coins are sort of like the number one of their niche on base chain. And base chain has always been a chain that I've always like pretty much covered to you guys, because I think base chain will probably be one of the biggest chains in multiplying tokens and your portfolio in the next few months. So yeah, so without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages. I do Bitcoin market analysis, Ethereum analysis, as well as I specialize in the base chain ecosystem, since I'm pretty much like a base chain maxi. So first of all, Bitcoin, it does look like it's heading into that parabolic ascension. I'll keep you guys updated with that, because obviously this could actually just break down and the leg up to the upside might just not be as explosive. But it's looking like it's at the beginnings of that. And the ramifications of that is definitely base chain going explosive, because obviously Ethereum has broken out. The Ethereum Bitcoin inverse chart is also breaking down to the downside, which is really good for Ethereum and base coin assets, because obviously with Ethereum gaining strength with Bitcoin, we're going to see our base coin assets really pump because of that. And since this breakdown, like, we've seen a lot of base coins really pump, and I wanted to make this video quickly to you guys because, look, to be honest, like, it's looking like we're actually running out of time, and the base chain is looking like it's going to be set up for a massive explosive run, especially if the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio chart still keeps breaking down from here, and we at least have a drawdown to like the 0.03 area. But of course, I'll keep on evaluating this and update you guys. But as of right now, it's looking like we're on the first comings of a massive breakout for Ethereum and base chain. So let me get right into the coins. So obviously the thumbnail has shown those coins. But first of all, the first coin for this base chain video is Toshi. I want to give you guys a quick update for Toshi, because obviously Toshi, in the context of Toshi, Toshi is the number one base native fairly launched meme coin. The significance of fairly launched is quite big, because obviously you have other coins like Brett and other ones I'm not going to name. But Toshi is the first fairly launched base native coin. There's no cabal, there's no locked up tokens, there's no bullshit. It's generally a fairly launched token that will CTO'd at the beginning of its TGE. And I really wanted to update you guys, because look, I made a tweet like a few hours ago, and the major update for this was Toshi had to close above the 0.0052 region to let the retail FOMO begin. And the reason for that is Toshi actually had its previous lower high at the 0.52 region, and it previously actually tested as support. So it had it as support, and then it broke down, retested as resistance, and then had a major flush down to the downside. And right now, as it stands, we've actually broken above the 5.2 region, and it's actually massive for Toshi. And obviously, we can't jump the gun here. We want to see like multiple daily closes above that region, but it's the first time in a long while we've actually broken above. So the chart's looking like this right now, and we need to break above, have multiple daily closes on the 5.2 region. And if we have a clear consolidation pattern, it's looking like we're going to have continuation. And the next point of resistance is definitely around that, I would say around the 7 region, because as you can see, let me just zoom in for you guys. we actually tested the 0.007 region multiple times. So yeah, next major resistance is around the 0.07 region. So when it comes to that, I would definitely say, look, like for Toshi, time is running out. If we have multiple daily closes above 0.0052, it just basically means Toshi's looking like it's getting ready for an explosive leg up to the upside. And based on the fact that it is the number one fairly launched meme coin on base chain, if Ethereum pumps more, as well as the base chain ecosystem becomes more popular, gets more inflows, Toshi will actually get and attract a lot of our inflows just purely based on the fact it's the number one de facto meme coin on base chain. So when it comes to that risk to reward, out of this video, probably this one's probably the best risk to reward based on the fact that it's one of the largest coins in market cap on base chain. You also have virtuals as well, but I'll cover that later in the video. But time is running out for base chain coins, and I really wanted to make this video for you guys. So the recap for Toshi is time is running out. We have an explosive move to the upside, and we're just broken major resistance. And it was our last lower high, and this is actually confirming, if we get multiple daily closes above this, it is confirming a reversal is being made, which is super bullish for Toshi. Next coin is Alien Base. I've covered you guys multiple times on this coin. The main, like, one of the main reasons why I like to cover you this token is it's sort of the underdog DEX token of base chain. It's the best trading DEX experience on base chain, and they have massive partnerships. Obviously, they partner up with B3, which is a massive ELF3 chain on base chain. It will be the de facto liquidity DEX on B3, but nonetheless, it is the best trading DEX experience on base chain, and because of that, once base chain gets more inflows, once Ethereum pumps, Alien Base will adopt a lot of those inflows because of that, and I expect a huge pump from Alien Base. And when it comes to that, obviously, my line in the sand for a pump to have like a full reversal to begin, it's already happened. So we had a 3-day close above the accumulation range. I told you guys, look, if you want to pay for insurance and get in later, but have a confirmation that Alien Base is reversing, you want to get in once the 11-cent region is broken. And look, you have that confirmation. We've broken above. What I would like to see, consolidation. Perfect scenario would actually be a nice little retest at the 11-cent region, and then a bounce from there, an explosive bounce from there. Reason is, this accumulation range has gone over for over a year now, and we do not want to break below it, because this just means this was all deviation. But nonetheless, base case is a retest of the accumulation range of an explosive move to the upside, which will probably be initiated by Ethereum and Bitcoin's next leg up to all-time highs. Alien Base is looking really good, and with this, obviously, narrative follows price. So I do expect once Alien Base really starts moving, TVLs will increase, and a lot more different narratives will pop up for Alien Base, purely based on the fact it's a DEX on base chain, and generally DEXs do really well. PancakeSwap obviously was the number one DEX on Binance Smart Chain, and that went to like $6 billion. I'm not saying Alien Base will go to $6 billion, but even if it goes to a fraction of it, and base chain gets a fraction of the success Binance Smart Chain had last bull market, Alien Base could be absolutely massive. And my base case is at least breaking all-time highs and beyond. And the prerequisite of that is definitely Bitcoin and Ethereum sustaining a run to all-time highs. Of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion. I'm only relaying to you guys what the charts are showing to me. And personally, I'm a base chain maxi, so obviously sprinkle a bit of salt on that because I might be a little bit biased. But look, what I've done in the past year and a half has worked out for me, and it might not work out the same for you. But I'm relaying you guys to the charts, and obviously you don't have to pick generally like these exact same coins. You could probably throw a dart at any like solid base chain coin right now, and you would probably be making money, especially if Ethereum breaks out from here. So you don't have to go and like buy these coins. Like I don't really care what you guys do. It's just I'm just spreading my knowledge and what I know. And ideally, I guess a little tip is you want to be purchasing tokens that are the number one of their niche on base chain ecosystem. So obviously, example, Toshi's number one meme coin in base. Alien Base is number one trading DEX experience on base chain. World Mobile Token is the number one telecommunications company project on base chain. Virtuals is the number one AI launchpad coin on base chain. And Aerobud is the number one dog meme coin on base chain. What I mean by that, number one dog fairly launched meme coin on base chain. So yeah, next coin is World Mobile Token. I got the wrong ticker. Let me change it. So it's WMTX on base chain because they actually bridged from Cardano in the past. So let me just go to the base chain LP. So yep. So WMTX. So our last chart update was, yeah, I believe it was printing multiple bullish divergences. So yes, we're still actually getting multiple bullish divergences. So it's looking like World Mobile Token is probably on the verge of a breakout because as you can see, we've had multiple bullish divergences printing and then lower lows on the price. And it's looking like the rate of downtrend is actually reducing and we're actually going sideways for the first time since basically November, which is really good to see because the daily RSI is actually looking like it's increasing momentum. And I do expect probably in the next few weeks or so, we'll probably actually print a new higher high. And I definitely want to get above the 23 cent region because that's pretty much like the last major lower high we actually printed. Because as you can see, we tested 23 cents as support, broke down, tested as resistance, then broke down. So we want to flip 23 cents for World Mobile Token. And that's probably my like insurance kind of plan for World Mobile Token. I would want to enter once we get multiple daily closes above that 21 to 23 cent region. Obviously, if you want to buy in earlier, you can just accumulate here where this purple box was, which I made a few months ago. But nonetheless, World Mobile Token is looking really bullish. And as long as it keeps printing these bullish divergences, we're probably going to break out, especially if Ethereum and Bitcoin still breaks out. Our Virtuals token, I told you guys a past few weeks ago, look, we want to retest this major $1.2 trend line because that was our last major lower high and we tested it as resistance. And as you can see, previously we tested as support, had a massive run, and then the last time we tested as resistance and we had a major downturn. As you can see, we broke above it, had a textbook support resistance flip. We flipped as support, now we're broken out, and it looks like we're probably going to retest the $1 to 80 cent region area. So I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate for a bit and then have a leg up higher in the next few months or so. But Virtuals is probably like one of the biggest AI coin launchpad tokens on base chain, and I would not be surprised we probably head to the multiple $billion range once the AI chain meta starts really picking up. And that's the analysis for Virtuals. When it comes to Aerobud, and to be honest, just a reminder as well, like to be honest, all these base coins are looking so good right now. And obviously that's due to the fact of Ethereum and Bitcoin finally breaking out. But to be honest, when it comes to base chain as a whole, all these coins are looking really bullish and it just seems a lot of interest is reigniting within the base chain ecosystem. And it just goes back to, like I said, like all you guys really have to do is just throw a dart on any solid base coin and you're probably going to make money in the next few months. And that's just based on the fact that base chain is most likely to attract a lot of the retail inflow and FOMO once they really kick in on the next Bitcoin leg up to the upside. But nonetheless, final coin for today's video is Aerobud. Aerobud is a dog meme coin on base chain. And when it comes to that, my last update was Aerobud printing these really nice daily bullish divergences. And it looks like it's played out. We had them really coming in really nicely. And we've had a nice breakout to the upside for the daily RSI. And that just shows a lot of stellar exhaustion was happening and momentum is finally flipping to the upside. So we had a really nice pop to the upside. And we've actually flipped the major resistance level, which was the 0.014 region. And as long as we hold above, we're probably going to retest it very soon. As long as we hold above, it just means a reversal is in play and we're most likely going to head up to the upside. And to be honest, when it comes to that, we could potentially have like a cup and handle technical analysis pattern actually play out. And what a cup and handle is, if I was to draw out like a perfect cup and handle, it'll probably look like this, where we go up, have a nice, like really nice resistance point there, and have as a handle, and then break out to the upside. But let's see where that goes. That's just a guess. But nonetheless, when it comes to shorter term timeframes, I do expect Aerobud to have a nice consolidation region here. Most likely retest the 14 region, and then break out from there. But yeah, so that's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want me to cover any other base native coins. And yeah, so Bitcoin and Ethereum is looking really good. Base chain is looking amazing right now. And a lot of the top base coins charts are looking so good. And it just shows me that the smaller coins are going to play some nice catch up soon. Especially the smaller coins like Aerobud, etc. And when it comes to that, obviously bigger coins tend to lead quicker because they have more liquidity. Especially like Toshi. Toshi's on Coinbase. So once markets flip bullish, Toshi's probably one of the first ones to really flip like bullish very hard. And you already see that with with us flipping the last point of resistance, which was that 5-2 region. So let's get that daily close above because it's looking really good for Toshi. And to be honest, like Toshi pumping hard just helps all the other smaller coins under it on base chain ecosystem. So don't be afraid and like just if you're thinking, oh, my coin's not really moving that much because it's a smaller coin, you just have to wait for that rotation to happen because most likely people are going to be going for the bigger coins that haven't pumped as of yet, like Toshi. Once Toshi goes to massive valuations, you're probably going to see that rotation begin to the smaller coins. So that's all to the video, guys. Peace.